on this episode of Bot versus Con.
So this is going to be the first time with me actually interacting with this fine. I like the colors of the bear. I
think it's supposed to be, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's a monkey.
I like the colors of the monkey.
Doesn't it look?
I don't see teal at all. I see green. Yeah, I agree that the snake looks bad.
Well, I think the snake looks good. It just needed like 2 more flips to make a tail, in my opinion.
Yeah, the snake looks bad.
Right. But I'm like, why didn't you call him like Hades Bat or something like that? I don't know. So like, if you could merge the two, it would be like the perfect one. I'd love a Waspinator. I'm still waiting on an MP Waspinator because that helicopter one we got don't count. The alt mode is really good, and I think we've been saying that about this mold.
I'm very curious about what's going to be released on the third-party panel at TFCon.
Well, they already showed this.
They did? X-Trans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
This is Bot versus Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
Hey, welcome back, BVC fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot vs. Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back with another thrilling round of news, as James likes to say. But before we jump into that, let's first say thank you to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime, where you can find many of the figures we're going to be talking about, and maybe some surprises coming up, as well as we want to say thank you to our members. It was really cool hanging out with you guys over the weekend. Had some really good conversations and some laughs at my expense with the $800. But also want to say thank you to our subscribers. Again, without you, we wouldn't be doing this channel. So really appreciate you. TFCon is coming up. So some exciting news about that. If you haven't already, we do have t-shirts and prints available. I will actually be picking up the print on Friday to show off. And there it is. So with that, let's just jump into the news since it's already teed up for us.
Before we do that, I also wanted to give a shout out to our latest member, Polaris01. So thank you for joining the Bot vs. Con Brotherhood, and may you rest in peace. Okay, so like Bobby said, here is our print. If you're interested, what?
May you rest in peace. Dang.
It's an album with the last song is.
Oh, okay.
Polaris. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so email us at botversuscon@gmail.com if you're interested in this. The pre-order for the shirts have closed, so if you want any and we have any extras, we'll see you at the show. But if you do want this is still available. Moving on to another exclusive, which is Bobby was kind of alluding to, from the Chosen Prime. We have their TFCon LA 25 exclusive, which I think is Obsidian Wing. I did not write the name down. Either which way, it is the black version of Wing Saber from Energon. Bobby, what do you think of this figure? We'll look at the combined mode shots in a little bit.
I'm a little on the fence about it. Not that I'm picking it up. I've never had this character. Excuse me. I've never had this mold of a character in the G1. I didn't pick up the original release from Fans Hobby. So this is going to be the first time with me actually interacting with this figure, whatever name you want to call him, whatever color scheme you want to call him. So I'm interested about that. I'm a little bit not as excited for it because I really don't like the Energon Prime and the Energon series of figures too much. So I'm back and forth with it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the same way. This is one of the Energon releases from back in the day that just passed me by. I didn't even know this existed till way after Energon's run. I don't know why. I didn't always watch the show. If it was on, great, I watched it. If it wasn't, great, it's fine. I'll watch something else. So I don't know anything about this figure. Now, they did write up a whole background for this particular character. Yeah, and it was actually really cool. So props to, I'm assuming it's Get Right Robot that wrote that. That made me actually a little bit more intrigued in this, as you know, a little bit of background usually does, at least for me. I'm sure for you a little bit, it might make it more interesting to see how it connects into the grander Transformers universe. But the design never really spoke to me. It still really doesn't. I think the bot mode needs a little bit more color in like the legs and maybe the arms. That blue, I don't know what's going on with that all spark electric blue, but it doesn't look like the typical teal. And honestly, I don't know if the figure we got, the Obsidian Commander, has this teal or not. If it does, great. But why don't we just look at it with the Obsidian Commander, which you will be able, I think I will be bringing just the core bot to Tfcon so we could show it combined and whatnot when we do our review. And I guess it does match the teal on the chip. So that's cool. I don't remember it being that light. Maybe it's these pictures. I remember it being more
vibrant.
But yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that. Or it's my computer screen. That could definitely be it too. I'm not putting that out. Taking that out. But it looks good with them. They both look like an Energon Nemesis. And here are the two different modes. You already saw the wing one in the previous one, but I think this kind of shows the difference. Which one do you think looks better?
I like the one on the right. I want him to be flying and, doing some things. The other one just looks like he added some weapons to his shoulders.
I can definitely see that, but I love the red on the legs and the shoulders on that one. And it has the teal on the feet, so that's still not gone. So I really like that one, but at the same time, I do like the wings on the other one. So it's kind of, I don't know which one looks better. A lot of black. A lot of black, which is neat. I always say I like my black repaints, but I like my black repaints with a little bit of silver and a little contrast. And maybe if there was more gold sprinkled in throughout this.
Yeah, some gold in there.
That would look really cool. It's not a bad one. I'm picking it up. We're already doing that. I couldn't have one without the other now that this is out. But I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for another Predator or Euro G1 or something like that to go in with that collection versus this. Just because I have at least a little bit more connection to those than a little bit more. But yeah, and he does look cool with the sword. I will say that, but that's a given.
I think I'm actually going to probably combine him. I'll bring mine to LA as well, so we can kind of have side by side in both modes, so we don't have to do. And then I'm wondering if I'm going to actually keep him combined, since I really didn't like. Again, the thing about Energon I didn't like was him looking like a Power Ranger, I guess.
And that makes complete sense. Personally, I like all the wacky colors on that one. I think those colors are very vibrant, and maybe that's why I'm saying this looks so plain, is I'm so used to seeing that.
Yes.
Maybe if they made like the legs on this one purple and had purple and black when it combines, or something like that, or maybe it was more red. I don't know. I'm not a toy designer, but I do think this is a good rendition of a Nemesis Prime. I do like that it doesn't look like your traditional Nemesis Prime as well. So it'll look more unique on the shelf versus just blending in with the rest. So I do like that.
Now, with this bit of news, we have some other news coming up about this figure. We will be bringing on Brandon from the Chosen Prime, and hopefully he'll have this and we can see live in-hand images. Maybe not, so stay tuned for that as well. It might already be out by the time you guys see this. It all depends on a lot of things. It might come out at the same time as this, so stay tuned. Yes. But now the real question is this going to go with your Nemesis shelf, or are you going to put it somewhere else?
I don't have a lot of Nemesis shelves. I only have 2 right now. When I moved here, I took those away for Purple King Toys Predaking. I don't have room for it with the other one, but I'll just put him with the other guy. Maybe I'll put him in that flat pizza mode that he turns into and just kind of put him on the top so he looks like he's flying or something.
Good idea.
Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, yeah. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it. So it seems to be the problem with these. So maybe it'll be a black repaint, Lollapalooza over there, and we'll get that black drift.
Oh yeah, okay.
And a black repaint of Rat Bat just to make you mad. Moving on. More TFCon news. Jim Cummings and Suma Lee Montano are going to be at TFCon LA. Prime RC is great. I know it's a very iconic character to a lot of people, so that's really cool. I'm more interested in Winnie the Pooh. I think that is bigger than all the characters on screen right now.
I hated Winnie the Pooh, so
I'm not a big fan. I never watched it as a kid. I was a Tigger fan personally. I had a cat named Tigger.
Yeah, I was, and the crazy thing is, I was a fan of Tigger, but I still never watched Winnie the Pooh. Or
why are we so alike? I'm the same way. I never watched Winnie the Pooh, but I was like, I like that tiger that bounces on his tail.
I know nothing about the show, nothing about the characters, or nothing like that. I actually have a Tigger tie that is probably older than James. But yeah, I actually like some of the voices that Jim has done. I mean, we see some G1 characters there.
And it's Rippersnapper and who else?
And that's Afterburner from
Got it. I knew it was a Computron person.
Yeah, from Computron. So that had me. You had me at hello with that picture right there. But it's crazy that it's the 15-year anniversary for Prime and 10 years for RID. So that's the other part that's crazy about this.
Yeah, it really is weird. It feels like it was yesterday that I was watching Prime. But on to some non-con news. Iacon 3D Labs announced that they are doing free shipping to all U.S. orders. They are looking at discounted options for international shipments, so hopefully something will come of that. But if you guys are in the market for some cool 3D printed stuff, go check them out.
Yeah, we got to meet them in person in Baltimore. A really cool team there. I think this is huge because of all the changes that have happened with shipping with companies over the last few months.
Yeah.
A lot of companies that offered free shipping started charging for shipping unless you met a certain threshold, and then that threshold even went a little bit higher. So for them to offer free shipping, I think this is really huge for them. And go check them out. They have some really cool stuff, as James mentioned. I
will say it's a little different shipping small 3D printed stuff versus King Toys Swoop.
Of course, yes. Yeah,
so
yeah. I agree.
But at the same time, very cool. Yeah. They do some really cool stuff, and I would not expect to see this, like you said, in today's day and age. I would see the opposite. and they still, you also have to think about it with it being 3D printed stuff. I mean, you have to take a little bit more care of the packaging that you wrap it in and stuff. And they make some bigger items. They actually make some dioramas and stuff like that as well. So. Oh, cool. Well, let us know if you pick up anything from there, and also let us know what you think of the exclusive. I forgot to say that.
Yes.
And if you're going to be picking it up, limited to 500. I did forget to say that too, as well. So let us know what you think of that, and we'll be right back with Just Announced.
Yeah, I got to get mine.
Moving on to Just Announced, we have some really interesting things and some so things. First thing is, I think this is kind of cool. We got EXG Digiplates. It's like a starter pack, so you could get these like metal plates, but then I guess there's a collecting game for your phone. The plates look amazing though. I will say that. Not my cup of Energon, not my scene. But it's cool. And if you like Fallout, Skyrim, or Avatar, or D&D, you could go ahead and pick up those plates too.
I do like Avatar. I will be passing on this though. I don't even know where I would put this or where I would store it or anything like that.
It would be kind of cool if you got the Prime one and you put it in your Prime shelf in front of them.
I mean,
that would look like, like a nameplate. I think you said you were going to do nameplates.
Yeah.
Eventually. I think this would look kind of cool in front of Prime, and maybe Megatron's in front of Megatron. And I can't tell who's on the bronze one. Is that Bumblebee? I think that's Bumblebee.
Yeah, of course, probably it is.
Yeah, all of those would look cool as kind of nameplates for them. So they're cool, but I don't know the price, and I don't know how much you would pay for them. You'd probably pay like $10 for one, and they're probably going to be a lot more than that.
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Don't pass on this, though. We've got Bearbrick and Transformers Optimus Prime. These are the 400% ones, so they're about a foot tall, I believe. We have a Baby Milo Transformer. Don't know what Baby Milo is, but what do you think of this?
First off, this is repaint, I guess repaint or remold of ones they've released in the past, correct?
So their past ones were little, and these ones are 400% size. We already looked at the Optimus Prime Bear, I think like a month ago, if not a little longer, sooner, I don't know. And this is the new repaint.
Okay. I think it looks fine. I like the colors of the bear. I
think it's supposed to be, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's a monkey.
I like the colors of the monkey.
Doesn't it look more like a monkey than a bear?
Now that I'm looking at the
mouth, right?
The mouth, yeah. I mean, the ears make it look like a...
Because it's just a teddy bear design, but
yeah.
I know nothing about these. Please correct us in the comments if I'm wrong or Bobby's wrong. Maybe it's a shark. I don't know.
I do think that the transformation looks pretty simple. They are cute. I do think I heard a price tag on these.
I think we saw it on the other one, and it's like 150 or more. What did you hear?
280. So,
all right.
These things are supposedly very popular, and I don't have one on my shelf. I spent $800 on a. What's 280 on a monkey, and a bear or whatever? A
monkey bear.
A bonky. We'll call it, or a mare. We'll call it a mare.
It's not a horse.
So I like the colors. I like, even though this is Prime-esque, it doesn't look like Prime. I mean, I can, sub this as some other character. So, and a foot tall, I mean, that's a good size. I don't know. I have to see what, like, these kind of, for a collection, this might be very unique in a collection.
I agree. And I actually really do like this color scheme too. That orange and brown, very Computron-esque. So I'm surprised you didn't mention that. And that's not why you're going to be picking this up. But I think they work really well together. How it transforms and you have that pop of blue and yellow and bot mode. I think that looks great. I think this looks much better. I'm glad that it's not trying to be Prime, at least in the mode. Either which one. I think this is a great one. If you're going to pick one of them up, I would definitely say this is probably the most interesting. And I would say probably skip this one because I don't know what's going on with this. This is a shark camo shark variant. I really don't like this one. I'm sorry.
I just knew you would love this one.
This one is horrid. I think what makes it so bad are the tampos on the legs. The WGM and a C. It looks like a C with some upside down C with some snake details. That's what I think throws off the whole color scheme. This one is. I would pick up the monkey any day. Not for 280, but I'd pick up the monkey any day.
WGM, what's good, man?
There you go.
Yeah, I just knew you were gonna like this one actually.
You always say that, and you always get that wrong.
Well, shark. I heard.
But does it look like a shark?
It has teeth.
Yeah, it also looks like a hoodie that like got zipped. You know how they have those face hoodies? It looks like If it looked like a shark, maybe if it was like blue with a fin or something. But
yeah,
you can't just throw a pointed mouth on something and call it a shark.
I do agree that I like the colors better on the other one. Now, I do want to see what the back of it looks like in the alt mode to see what those letters may do, because that also looks like an A on the right leg. It looks like
an A? Okay, I was singing a backwards C, but A, I could see A to a lowercase a.
Yeah, or a G, if it's upside down. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like. I'm assuming that's the back, but this one I don't like as much as the previous one. So, but I'll see where I can get these from and see if I jump in.
Yeah. Well, get all three then. Moving on, Collector's Craft showed off a custom base for an IKEA Blyden. I'm assuming that's how you say it. It's a Detolf replacement. It adds 11.5 inches. There's a removable front panel. You could get it cut and painted with a logo or lit up. So the blank one is $135. The cut and painted one is $170. The light up logo with smart bulb is $280. I could not find any pictures of what the logos were. But either which way, you could go ahead and order these directly from him to get 10% off. So email him, or I think send him a Facebook message, I believe. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go to his eBay store. This is actually pretty cool. That was one of my problems with the Detolf shelf I had, is when you put figures on the bottom, they look like they're on the ground.
Yep.
And this there's just that little bit of height really makes these things look a lot better.
And I like this, how they're secured on the sides as well.
Yes.
It looks like. So yeah, on his site, he actually has the different options, because again, he was doing these for Detolf, so he has the different options. And it's not just Transformer logos. It's, he has a bunch of different logos that you can pick from. I was actually looking at doing some of that for my Detolfs. I have 4, I believe, and it's something that I was thinking about doing and ended up skipping and doing something else. But I think this is a really cool idea, and he's always doing something new.
Yes, he definitely is. Funby Studio showed this off, a slingshot with an Energon cube. I don't know who this is for. It looks like the peg is blue. I would assume wheelie, just Starscream. Okay, thank you. He has the blue finger. I see that now. Is this a part of an episode that I've never seen?
I think it's a part of an episode that I don't remember.
Did you read somewhere that it's Starscream?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I don't know why it would be like Food Fight, wouldn't it be? Shooting an Energon cube like this?
I don't know. I mean, and I heard he was shooting it at Megatron. So I don't know if it's from the comic, and maybe I'm not there yet, or if it's from an episode that I don't remember. But he's really going, he must be struggling to have to get a slingshot. I just,
it sounds like something one of like our cutesy comics would do.
Yeah. I mean,
anyways, moving on to something that I'm actually really interested in, and that's ModFan's Ruler, or the Nemesis Roller. So you have all 3. I have the comic book version. I think, was it on our top figures of the year? I think it was. Amazing figure, especially for the price. This looks really good, and I'm definitely picking this up. This is, I don't even know what to say. They did a great job with this repaint. Hopefully it's the same price, but I'd even pay a little bit more. It's such a good figure.
Now, you mentioned Nemesis. There's no teal on here.
Yeah, there is.
I see green.
Teal is greenish blue, so you could fudge it.
That does not.
And honestly, it's not Nemesis Prime.
Right.
So even if they did it with green, that's fine, because again, it's not Nemesis Prime.
I'm just
no. And honestly, there's been multiple ones out there. This teal is not my favorite. It is more green, but again, it's not Prime, so it could do whatever it wants.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I don't see teal at all. I see green.
Well, if you look at other Nemesis Primes, official and unofficial, sometimes they use this green, and people say he's supposed to have green, not teal, which I never understood, but to each their own. And what is really confusing is they use like a tealish green in the logo up in the corner. So I don't, and who knows, maybe it's the lighting.
Yeah.
But either way, I think this looks phenomenal.
I'm right there with you. I love these figures. I thought they did a really good job. I was really excited about the, what they were coming out with afterwards. And that's why I picked up all those Cerebros that were in the Legend scale. I think this is really cool. I wish they would come out with something else, besides the repaint. But they did a very good job with this, and I will be picking this up as well.
Yeah. And here's the alt mode. Again, fairly plain, but I think it looks great, honestly. So
this is not my favorite color of all of them that they've done, but I do
not
like
mine either. I really like the one I have, the green, the actual green and orange and stuff. The comic book, very interesting. This one is a little plain,
Mm-hmm.
but not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Moving on, we've got a picture of a tiger, which I know you might be saying, why are we looking at a picture of a tiger? That's because Robot Toys did a teaser for their Tigatron, so we'll have to see what that looks like. We will be talking about them in our update, so stay tuned.
Yeah, I love tigers. I have a tattoo of a tiger, and no uh-ohs here, but I just think this is a really cool picture.
Yeah, it is. It is. They probably went to their local zoo and took a picture and posted it. That's what it looks like to me. We got a whole bunch of these, so we're going to go through them pretty quick. We've got, I think it's Lead J. I probably pronounced that wrong. Studios, the Deluxe Night Optimus, which I believe is Unique Toys. I could be wrong, but it's one of the third-party MPs. They have a whole bunch of upgrade sets. So first, they have fist covers.
So I think this is Ratchet's operating studio.
Oh, I think Ratchet's operating studio is a sub of that one, or the one that I said is the Chinese name, and Ratchet's operating studio is the Western name.
Okay.
Either which way.
Okay.
It does say Ratchet. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I found online.
Okay.
These look fine.
I think instead of having that big hole there, I think they are great.
I wonder if they peeled off another piece and then put this over it.
So I
don't know the figure.
Yeah, I don't know the figure either. I saw these, and I know we're going to be going through some more pictures. I know I'll wait till you go to the other one. I think this is good for it to cover that hole up, and I want to see if you have the picture with something else on his hand. So
I might. Okay. First, we got these shoulder pieces. Such a minimal thing. It changes.
Yeah. I'm like going back and forth.
It looks like you would really have to take this thing apart to put these into.
Yeah, maybe since I guess the original looks like it's circle or whatever's there looks round. Maybe this one has the design, so maybe it doesn't spin or something. I
just realized this is the DLX non-transforming one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. You could probably pop the arm off, put it on, and pop the arm back on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was one of the third-party.
Oh, transforming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next, we have the gun with the new handle. I want to see what the original one looks like, but that's cool.
Yeah, is that a peg? Like you see, like kind of going towards the middle of the gun. There's like a little peg that. Is that what you?
I have no.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like they're just swapping out the handle for maybe a more accurate one.
Okay.
And then lastly, we have the shield that gets the gun, which is actually really cool. I always like that about the shield and the grippy part. So.
Okay. So then, going back to the first picture, there's actually an attachment so he can have his sword on his forearm.
Oh, I did not see that. Okay. Yeah.
So that's.
I wonder why. Is that something? Let me know if he did that in the movie, please.
I think he did it in the movie. I think I remember him holding the sword. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm thinking TF1. But I remember there was a movie where he had the sword kind of looking like it was coming off of his wrist or his hand. I don't know, but
I have no clue.
Either way, upgrades are cool. I don't have this figure. Don't plan on getting this figure. The colors look great on this figure.
Yeah, I agree. This is all for you, though. The New Age is having a quarterly toy giveaway, and it's the clear version of Snarl. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, I always get the Dinobots wrong. There'll be 50 pieces, so Bobby, you have to be careful. Check their socials and Weibo for the more giveaway. I think they needed to paint the fins or whatever on the silver, and it would have looked very, very nice. Because the eyes are painted silver. I think if the fins were silver and the spikes, this would have looked really cool. But it fits in with the rest of them, and it's fine.
Yeah. Get it if you want it.
Yeah. So when can we expect a review?
When you get it.
Yeah, no, this is all you. You like those ice figures, especially these ones, right?
No. I have the blue Prime only because it came with the base.
That makes sense. That's what they all say. Next, this is all you, though. We've got Longzi Toys Robot King, the Shentu toy box, and it is that KO looking thing.
That's something.
It's so weird. They took Prime parts and put it on like the Legend, not even Legend, smaller than Legends Prime, and then upsized it huge. I think you need this because it's a weird oddity for your Prime display.
Not gonna happen.
You could have a whole KO Optimus shelf.
Yeah, I don't want that. No, I think that this would damage my collection instead of enhance my collection.
Again, not for us. But if I was like 4 or 5, and you didn't know much about Transformers because there isn't any TV show really on right now, this would be really cool.
I mean, I would get this for my daughter, you know, in the store or something like that, so she can play around with it. I wouldn't
as long
care.
as the paint's okay.
Yeah, yeah, you know, she better not lick her Transformers, you know. But yeah, I think that would be the only way. I do like the mask or his head. It looks like he has a helmet on.
Yeah, I think it's based off of the Beast Hunter's Prime head right next to him, which is why they showed these two together.
It just looks like a knight. It looks like he just put on a helmet. So I do like that aspect.
Yeah, so let us know what you think down below, and we'll be right back with our updates. On to the updates, and I'm sure this is going to make a lot of people happy with the first thing we're going to talk about, and that is the HasLab LeoKaiser Deathcobra has been unlocked. When I was doing the news, it was currently at 13,534. Very happy to everybody that's getting this. I think this was the most wanted tier, so I'm surprised they put it this much and didn't put it at 1,800 so people would have to fight for it. But that's really good at them. They put out these images. I'm just going to say it because I have to. The hollow arms and the hollow legs look horrible. I had to say it. But the alt mode looks pretty good. I like the sculpt on the head. I don't know. That snake is not really a snake when its tail looks this long. As Bobby likes to say, he probably needs a few little blue pills. But I do think the front of it looks nice, the Cobra portion. And I don't like how it integrates into combined mode, but we've already talked about that. What are your thoughts?
So you said hollow in the legs. Are you talking about in the thighs?
Oh, wait, never mind. That's black.
That's black.
From my screen, it looks like it goes. Yeah, never mind. Okay. I thought that was all black and hollow. I take that back. Only the arms.
Okay, so yes. That's why I wanted to make sure because...
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. From sitting back here, it blends in with the back.
Yeah, I agree that the snake looks bad.
Well, I think the snake looks good. It just needed like 2 more flips to make a tail, in my opinion.
Yeah, the snake looks bad. It's fine, actually. The part that threw me off about this one was the way the legs, I guess, fold up to be like it's carrying something.
The cannon portion, right?
The helicopter. Well, yeah, just in
the cannon, how it looks like in helicopter mode, which are his legs.
Yeah, but it's, you know, his legs it just looks as a helicopter, like he's carrying a package to, you know, somebody or whatever. So I would have liked that to be a little bit cleaner, instead of having that look all the time. I think the colors are great on this, though. I think they did a really good job with the colors. I think the head sculpt we've talked about a lot. It looks really good. I don't like the hollowness in the arms. I'm happy for everybody who backed this and who are going to continue to back it. I showed off on the members live we did. I pulled out the TFC version and I pulled out my Iron Factory version because people had asked for comparison, so I kind of showed those off. But it looks fine. I'm happy that this was unlocked, and I'm glad that they didn't push it all the way out. I'm glad that.
I'm really glad. I'm just surprised with how.
Money hungry.
Yeah, exactly. And then they also showed off Elbat, which I have to say, couldn't they figure out another name for him? I guess it was for. Not because of the word hell, but because I guess there's a Hellbat in like DC or something like that, and it was a copyright. But I'm like, why didn't you call him like Hades Bat or something like that? I don't know. This name is just horrible. And here he is. He has, I think all of these are going to have those forearms. But I do think more or less this figure looks better than the Leozak. Looks about on the same size as Guy-Hawk. But that peg, just like Guy-Hawk, sticking out of his chest. Like, that needed to be on like a to flip down. And the funny thing is if we go to the next slide, which we'll look at in a second, they have already a peg that could flip down. Why didn't they just make both of them like that?
So this looks like he has a single nipple. That's but this one looks like it has hollow legs.
I believe it does.
Yeah.
Yes. Now that I see that in that second picture,
yeah. That's what I was looking at. So this was one I again I like the colors. I like the head scope. This is not my favorite out of the bunch. I don't like how the wings look either. Like I wish they were, solid or a little bit better detailed on that. But again, I basically what I see happening is somebody coming out with a add-on kit to cover up that gaps in the forearms. I see that there's already a hole there. I can see that.
It's probably going to look a lot better. I bet you Kill Bison is going to be completely reworked to look like an actual tank and stuff.
Yeah. So
we'll talk about that when it comes out.
Yeah. So this looks fine.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Here are the Goblin Glider and the Jet, because that looks straight up like Green Goblin's glider.
It does.
Different colors, but that I saw this picture and I was like, oh my god. It's exactly the same thing, but I do like it. I think that's probably the best part of this whole figure. Not LeoKaiser himself, just of L-Bat. I really like that little bat. I have a whole bunch of bats. And the Jet mode's not bad. The arms break up the silhouette of the Jet, just like Guy-Hawk, but it's still not bad. I feel like maybe they should have painted the backside of the shoulders black, so then you would have seen that little fin that's protruding from the nose cone. Because it kind of blends in right now.
Yeah.
And maybe in person it's different, but you can only go off these pictures.
It just lays on top of it and blends in. I think the Jet mode looks really good. I like that it has a landing gear in the front. I think that it's on his feet in the back, which I didn't like about one of the planes. I can't remember.
That was Leozak. So this one might actually have landing gear, since it is not an arm or not a torso. This is an arm.
So that would be better. But I think they did a really good job with the alt mode on this. So yeah, and I can't not see goblins.
It's like, were they trying to, or maybe that's what the original designers of LeoKaiser in Japan modeled it after. I don't know, but that looks straight up like the Green Goblin's glider. Moving on, this kind of made me chuckle. We've got War for Cybertron, Siege Prowl, and Trailbreaker, and this custom weapon configuration in bot and vehicle modes made me just like, seriously? What is up with that?
That's what they said?
That's what it says right there.
Oh, but, okay. So I saw these up for pre-order. So
yeah, they are up for pre-order. But I've never seen this wording before, and I was like, what is that about? Okay. So you can plug the gun on the side. Yeah, I get it. There wasn't that much configuration of weapons on this particular mold.
Well, I think you can take the lights off of the top of the car and put it on top of the gun.
Again, there is not a lot of weapon configurations on this mold. It's not. So there's two accessories.
Well, you can have it either or.
I just thought that was funny. Either which way, I think people are mad that this is an Earthrise Prowl, and I don't blame them. I didn't think Trailbreaker was hard to find. I kind of saw him everywhere, and this Prowl, same thing. And I don't think people want I can say I think the Earthrise mold improved on this one a lot. The thighs were thicker. It looked more like a full mold than this one. But who knows? Maybe there's some exclusivity thing with that Prowl that they can't release it.
I have no idea, but I have these, so it's fine. This is great for late collectors.
Yep. Moving on, we've got Titan Class Trypticon, and who knew he was such a silly little guy tickling Metroplex like that? And he's sunbathing with his little towel, and the other one, that's all I saw from that picture. I'm like, he's sunbathing right there, the little headmaster. This figure looks fine. The purple, I'm glad to see, looks a little more purple. The full tilt, literally no paint on him whatsoever. Would have been nice if he had like a windshield or something. But this, if you want a Trypticon and you missed out on it, this is a good repaint.
I think I would have preferred this one than the original one that they released. Just the colors pop. The colors pop. I'm good. The colors pop on this, and it to me it looks better. I do agree they could have done, at least a matching on like the on full tilt. It looks like the purples and pinks don't match really.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would have been smooth, a better look if they matched. But that's from this angle. Maybe, looking at it, it looks great with the color choices they use.
Yeah, in hand or something.
Yeah.
I will say I do like the darker purple on the original release, but I like the teal and more black charcoal on this. So like if you could merge the two, it would be like the perfect one. Because I'm not a big fan of this pinkish purple for Trypticon. It's a beautiful color. It's just not what I think of it when I see Trypticon.
Yeah, I think for some reason this makes me think of more G1, but I can't remember. I don't have my. I do have a G1. I can't remember. I have to go look.
No Trab also showed off Dark of the Moon Cube. So I guess people were talking online that his hand doesn't go all the way through, so he's supposed to have a staff, but he can't hold it like a staff. It also looks like he has a hairdryer in the other hand. But honestly, those are the best parts about this figure. I like the weapons.
The alt mode is good.
The alt mode is good too. Yeah, I'm not a car guy, so I don't know too much, but the alt mode is very good for a Hasbro figure.
It's a nice Mercedes coupe. Complete your collection.
I agree. This was kind of cool. Not new news, but Gold Prime on TFW showed off a prototype of the Fallen. And I just like to see these things. I want to ask Hasbro why there's certain colors where, like why one arm's yellow. Maybe it's just what they had at the time. It looks like one leg is die cast from the back. I'm sure it's not. It's probably just gray plastic. But the head is completely clear besides the back. So maybe we'll get light piping. I'd love it if they brought that back. But yeah, this is kind of cool.
I like that. I can't speak for the inner thighs, but I like how it's filled in. Like it's not gappy in the back. The hands, the forearms are filled in. This is what I want from Hasbro more.
Yeah, I think the inner thighs, like you said, are going to be the only place that has gaps. Because from what I'm seeing in these pictures,
right.
But honestly, if that's all, that's a win.
That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
I can appreciate that. That adds to me wanting to pick up this figure.
I agree. I'll be excited to pick this up. Hopefully, it'll come out soon. I don't remember when they said it was going to come
April or May. I think.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So we have some time to wait.
Woo!
Smoking Gray 775 on X also showed off the AMT Rodimus with all the other Rodimuses, at least that he has. There might be more, I don't know. And he fits right in.
I'm counting how many of these I actually have, or I think I have. I think maybe 10 right off the bat.
I know.
It's cool. It's cool to see, but you can also see just how different it is. It's very, very different. Very stylized.
I have 10 as well.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and verify to make sure. But
that was just a quick count. So
yeah, I think 10.
Yeah, but I think in this type of thing, it looks great. It really looks like it could be a centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
So. The size is very small, though, seeing it next to that G1 Rodimus Prime. Because I do have that one. And it is... I was expecting this to be larger. No lie.
I'm still toying with my pre-order. I'm probably gonna cancel, but it's I don't know. Like, I don't want to say FOMO because it's really not FOMO, but I'm curious to have it in hand still. I think it's curiosity.
I really hope they come out with a black repaint. I think that would look much better than these colors. No offense to the normal Rodimus colors, but it's going to fill in some of the gaps in the alt mode, just with shadows. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it's the cool repaint where it's the teal and purple instead of just being the shattered glass repaint. But I could also see them doing the blue Lost Light repaint, and I think that would get both of us too because it'd be unique and different. That blue and purple repaint that they're doing.
I wish this was out now so we could probably see it in person at TFCon.
We might have to wait for Chicago. So let us know what you think of this. And I didn't know if this is official or not, but Your Guiding X has some enamel pins on Kickstarter that are ending soon. So if you guys like enamel pins, go ahead and look them up. None of the pins seem to be my cup of Energon, but yeah, they are what they are.
Yeah, these pins here that you're showing don't do it for me. You got me collecting pins since
we just buy pins at TFCon.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's not collecting. Collecting pins is going out of. Well, I guess you did. You did a lot more than me with those BotCon pins.
Oh yeah, because I wanted to go, so I did pick up a couple of the BotCon pins. So yeah, but I'm just these don't do it for me. But I guess if you like animated,
IDW Prime, I'm seeing all those.
Yeah,
the Starscream Girl is kind of cool, but I'll take Skywarp any day. Funby Studio showed off the final jetpack, and it does look really cool. It is weird seeing it on Orion packs. I mean, not Orion packs, on Optimus, because it's supposed to be on Orion packs.
Agreed. I think these jetpacks look really, really good.
Yeah.
I think they did a really good job with these. But yes, I didn't plan on getting these. So I guess whenever those Orion packs and D16 come out, it'll be great to have these already.
I don't even think those are coming out.
Yeah,
it'd be cool if these could go on the YOLO Park figures of D16 and packs, since they're not supposed to transform, so that would be perfect. The YOLO would be. So this is Robot Toys RTD01 Lord Venatagon. Okay, MP scale Scorponok. I will probably pick this up to go with my Predacon shelf. I have an MP Predacon shelf, if you guys don't know. Scorponok was one of my favorites. Don't really like his tune colors. I like the toy colors better. The black and the red just pop to me, and silver. But I will get this, as long as it's MP sized and not Legends, which I believe it is with the hand. Who knows? Maybe they did some weird Photoshop to get people excited. If they take up Transart's mantle and start doing them, and because this actually looks really good, like very accurate to the character. Hopefully the alt mode looks good too. I'd love a Waspinator. I'm still waiting on an MP Waspinator because that helicopter one we got don't count. So we'll see. I will definitely pick this up. I will pick this up as long as the price is right. If this is like $200, I'm out. I ain't paying that much for a Scorponok. But 100, 120, okay, I'll be in.
Wow.
Well, because it's a figure that I don't have for a specific shelf.
Hey, I
like Scorponok, What do you think of it?
All right, so I'm surprised that you went that high because typically you're saying like $60 or $80 or something. So it makes sense.
Let me say something right there. That's because I'm thinking Takara prices. If this came out with Takara, it'd be like $250. Maybe not $250. Maybe $200. Let's be honest, with their Rhinox and whatnot. So I'm thinking third party, a little bit cheaper, $120. That sounds about right. So
yeah, but also from a company that I don't think you have anything from.
No, but I've heard from Titan and other people in the comments as well as online that their Legends figures are very, very good. Okay. So,
okay,
and I'll do that for one character. Hell, I did it for that Waspinator. Don't know if I do it again for that company.
Yeah,
mine came in pieces, but I would still, if it's a character I really like, I will do that.
I will probably pick this up as well.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I do have a few Scorponoks. Not my Scorponok, but I do have a few from Hasbro. So I will probably pick this up, and I'm hoping for like a $60 to $80 price point.
I mean, I'm hoping for Transart prices.
That's where I would go with.
I'm hoping for Transart prices, and I think their Legends are really reasonable as well. So I think this is going to be reasonable too. But what do you think they did a good job?
I do think they did a good job. I'm curious about the transformation because I didn't really like the transformation of the character.
The Hasbro one's weird.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
And you could tell the tail is full on this, at least from this angle. I'm assuming it's full from the back, so it can't transform the same way.
So I'm hoping they do something creative with it and different. So, but yeah, it looks really clean, very, very clean. So yeah, I'll probably pick this up as well.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Moving on, we've got Fans Hobbies MB 22C Skyflame, Shatterglass Jetfire / Astro Train. What do you think of this?
I'm sorry, my dogs are going crazy over here. Hold on one second. Stop.
Okay, I'll go. I think the alt mode is phenomenal. The paintwork looks so good. The gold mixes with the gray. The tech detailing on the wings looks so amazing. And it's not tampos. Like, no, maybe it is. Let's hope it's not. I also think the chest looks so cool. The combined mode chest when it's on the big combiner looks good too. I love that little hint of green right there, like right where it needs to be. It's right above the gold. Just a little bit to kind of tie it into the rest of it. I think this alt mode is phenomenal. This thing is a nightmare to transform. It's not. It's just not fun to transform. It's not overly complicated, but it's not fun. There are pieces that don't like to go in certain things. But I will be picking this up. I want a Space Warp. Hopefully it comes with both heads so you can choose. But yeah, I think this is... the alt mode is really good. And I think we've been saying that about this mold.
Yeah, I agree with everything you mentioned. I saw the little green dot, but on the underside on the shield, I didn't notice the green that's on the legs as well.
Yeah, there's some green on the legs. So hopefully there's more green throughout it, and that'll be like its defining factor, I guess.
Yeah, I look at those as like the flashing lights or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But I agreed. I think the alt mode looks really good. Jetfire is not. I've said it numerous times. This version of Jetfire, mold of Jetfire is not anywhere near the Jetfire I like. So this was in our worst figures of the year last year.
A paint job can do a lot of difference for a figure. If this comes out this year, it will not be making my top 5, but it won't be making my worst just on this deco alone.
It won't be making my worst because I try not to add repaints into my worst.
Oh, I'll definitely repaint if it's bad.
But I do think this looks really good. I think this looks very, very good for all the exact same reasons you mentioned. I like the purple and gray and the gold. I like the gray or silver tampos on the wings. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think they did a very good job with this. I think it was kind of goes in line with what we said about the exclusive. This is kind of a repaint that's a easy repaint that gives you something different. And so it seems to also be going along the whole color lines of black and purple, going through some of Fans Hobbies releases lately.
Yeah, definitely. So let us know what you think of this below. I did see that it does have the Astro Train head, so hopefully it'll come with both heads. At least that's what I'm hoping for. If not, that will take me down to being not excited for it. Anyways, next we've got MMC's Tyrannotron Rise via 23 CMG on Weibo. Those shoulder brackets are crazy.
On the...
Because they fold up and they're just like so weird looking.
We're seeing more of this, and every time I see it, it's almost like me seeing it new again, because they show different angles or different pictures of it that give me something new. I'm in for this. I did pre-order.
Sorry.
No, I pre-ordered it, and I'm interested in getting this because it is something different.
Yeah, I really like it too. Honestly, I just don't need it in this size. I don't. If this came out 4 years ago, I'd be all over this. But now, I'm not a big Megatron collector. I wasn't really back then. I have nowhere to put this on any of my shelves. So there's just no reason for me to get it. Now, if they upsized it like they did with the Prime, the KO upsized, I'd be all over this. And this would take the place as my main MP Megatron. I really like this design. But personally, I know you wouldn't do that. But I just don't need it in the size anymore.
Now you got to be thinking, I wonder if they're going to upsize it.
If that company does or not, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks a little more complicated than that Prime, but I mean, that KO was only like $50, so I'd totally be down for that.
Yeah. Dang. Okay, I'm still going to get this, though.
I do think it looks good, though, so.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait.
I wouldn't wait, so don't wait if you want this. Now, if they do repaint it in, browning or something like that, I would be more interested.
That would be funny.
Yeah, even though he doesn't turn into a gun. Let us know what you think of this below, and we'll finish this episode off with what's incoming and recently released.
Mm-hmm. Look at that purple in that weapon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that clear is really nice.
Yeah, okay.
Let's move on to incoming for something that Bobby needs to buy. Unless he already has a similar one. And that is Lift-Ticket MPG. Hey, look, MPG line is actually masterpiece sized. And it comes with stickers. So I guess they're taking the X-Transbot route. Stickers have come on G2 Sideswipe and stuff. I get it, but still. What are your thoughts as the MPG collector out of the two of us? Hey, you have more than I'm gonna have.
That's not saying much. I do not have this one. I have it pre-ordered, I think. I didn't pick up their version of
Hoist,
actually. So this would be cool to have this have that mold on the shelf.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is fine. I like the colors. The stickers don't really bother me that much.
They do give you an option, which is nice. You can have the overtly toy version or the more tune accurate, even though he was never in the tune, but you get what I'm trying to say. Version.
Right. Yeah. So I'll get this. Who knows? I shouldn't say who knows. I will get this. It'd be nice if they had a KO come out instead.
I was gonna say that I would, if the KO came out for the right price, I might even be interested.
Yeah.
I guess it does look nice. But what I wouldn't be interested in is this one, which is MPG-11's DK2. They gave it this face that looks like the original G1 Toys face, and he comes with a red face as well. I understand what they're coming from. It looks absolutely insane.
He reminds me of this wrestler called Kamala.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it. Yeah,
the Ugandan giant. So with that face paint or face markings and that big old stomach on him, that's what he looks like to me. again, another one I don't have in my collection. I don't have this color in my collection in any form. Actually, I take that back. I do have, I think, Generations released.
Oh, yeah.
But I never opened it. Go figure. So I may be in on this one as well.
Wouldn't you just wait for the DX9, not DX9, X-Transbots one? That's what, if I wanted this, I'd get the X-Transbots. I think that looks so much better than this figure. Now, this figure is like 10 years old, so can't really compare the two. But still, if I'm going to put money into something, this is still like $115, $130. I would take that money and put it into X-Transbots version.
You're absolutely correct, and that's why I'm hoping that we will see. Let me change that. Not hoping. I'm very curious about what's going to be released on the third-party panel at TFCon.
Well, they already showed this.
They did X-Trans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they had this in the
Shatterglass. Yeah. They already showed it. That's why I'm saying there's no even point to pick this up.
Yep, canceled.
I'll talk you out of it.
Yeah. I would pick this up as a KO just to do that face though, and it would be my Kamala.
Put it in your crossover shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
And here they are with other MPG figures.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I don't think it's a stretch to say they have a different aesthetic than the new figures. Maybe that's because the other ones are based on a different anime and not G1. But there is a clear distinction in look.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Again, the inner robot for Power Master Prime, he's just so small, and it just kind of throws me off seeing him next to a Ironhide-ish figure, because I just think of him being bigger. But the train, it shows that the MP line figures were bigger than MPG. That's all it shows me. When a truck and a van are bigger than a train.
And those train bots look like, if you put those next to Liokaiser and stuff, there wouldn't be much difference between them.
Yeah.
Look wise. I'm sure they're more complicated, have more paint, but
right.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. That's the new world we're going to, so we have to accept it.
Save us some money, right? So we talked about the Nemesis repaint from Chosen Prime. So now we have the Wing Saber. I'm assuming this is coming out soon, and the 2-pack. And the pictures are via June King. I do like the colors a little. I like the variety of colors on this one a little bit more. Now I do think the black one will look better in hand. But picture-wise, I do like this. And I put this one picture of him kind of posed up. I'm like, okay, he could pose decently. It's not horrible. Because he looked like a brick before. So
very true.
Will you be picking this set up? I think you said you were very interested in him.
I'm depending on how this is. So I'm definitely.
So you're gonna wait to use the TFCon as a to see if you like it or not, and then go from there. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't. Again, I never liked the combined mode of the Prime with all the the drill and all that other stuff. I didn't like that, but this gives it a different look. And because they're doing it as a 2-pack, I also want to see what that 2-pack costs. But since they're doing it as a 2-pack, these would be the parts that I would want, and I don't have to worry about storing a trailer in the box.
I think we have a price for it. Yeah, no, I agree with everything you just said. I just wish
108.
108. What are you? Let's see. It might be a little too hard to find right now. I do like the white on it, though. I think the white looks very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see really quickly. Okay. $299.99.
Oh no! Oh hell no! Yeah, nope. Not gonna be able to do it. Nope. Nope. I learned from my $800 mistake. Nope, not gonna happen. Nope, not gonna get me twice.
Yeah.
On sale for 108.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. This is like
figures.
This figure itself is what, $170 or something like that. 155. That's 155 for this figure. Is the Prime worth $150? I wouldn't say so. But let us know what you think down below.
Jeez, $299. Oh no.
Let's move on to what's recently released. The only thing we have is this, which let me get back to my other tab, which is New Age Toys Daskal via 78. I don't remember if we talked about this coming out already or not, or if we just talked about the normal one, but here it is. I think this is the superior color scheme, personally. I think the blue looks phenomenal, and I think you do need to get this to go with your Shatterglass Dinobots. You could have Shatterglass Warpath. I know you like this blue.
I do. I really do. And I like the blast effect with it as well.
The pink looks amazing.
It looks really, really good.
Yeah. I do know one of our members got this in, so I know I might be seeing that soon. So,
meaning
somebody that is a member bought this. I might be able to see it in person.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
not me. Not me. No, not me. Not me. I was thinking about it, but maybe when I see his in person, see how big it is, it might swing.
Thinking about it too. Yeah, I can wait till TFCon.
Yeah. See how big, because if it's like this big, I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
But I think it looks phenomenal though.
It does look really good.
Just buy it.
No. I would love if Fans Toys released Sheridan in these colors. I'd be on.
I'd pick that up. If I've said it before, if Fans Toys starts doing repaints, I will start buying Fans Toys. It's just they're doing the normal colors, which, no offense to them, I'm sure you love it. Great. It's cool, honestly, but I want something a little different. So, but if any MP, I don't know if X-Transbots did a Warpath. Just pretend they did. If they did and they did it in these colors, I would still probably pick it up. As long as you picked it up and it didn't crumble. But
they would come out with like 17 different colors. I'd be in trouble. Yeah.
Giving them ideas, Bobby.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
They're going to do it.
This looks good.
This does look good. So let us know what you think of this below. And let us know what you think of the Tfcon exclusive and the fans hobby stuff, and why Bobby needs to get that $300 2-pack. Like you said, didn't he say it earlier? I already spent $800. Might as well get that bear monkey, bunky, as he called it.
Yeah, the bunky.
Just get it.
Yeah, no. See that I've already talked about doing one stupid thing. I'm not gonna do two. No, I think again, it's no. TFCon's coming. I'm very excited. Stay tuned. We should have Brandon on the show really soon to talk about the exclusive in more detail.
Literally, really soon.
Yeah, literally, really soon, like in an hour or so. But anyways, this should be really, really cool. And like, subscribe if you haven't, share. Send us an email if you want the prints. We're just really excited for TFCon, and there will be a meetup that we'll figure out as well. So let us know if you're coming to TFCon, and we will see you all next time.
Yeah.
All debate for one. Anything else?
No. See you next time.